Behind the bright lights of Hollywood and the manicured lawns of elite celebrity neighborhoods, a series of surprising legal standoffs, high-stakes personal developments, and unprecedented career milestones are quietly unfolding. From a heavily monitored armed response in the Hollywood Hills involving a former professional athlete, to the meticulous assembly of what media circles are calling one of the most exclusive wedding guest lists in modern pop culture history. The reality of the entertainment industry often surpasses the wildest scripts. What truly happens when private property disputes escalate into full-scale tactical operations? And how are the industry's biggest stars handling high-profile reunions, professional friction, and public policy debates? Welcome back to Celeb Viral Feed, your premier destination for deeply researched, fact-checked, and entirely objective entertainment journalism. Today, we are moving past the sensational headlines to analyze the verified facts, official police records, and documented public statements surrounding the week's biggest celebrity developments. Before we break down the intricacies of these developing situations, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Celeb Viral Feed, and turn on all notifications so you never miss an authoritative, legal, and factual update. Your support allows us to maintain the highest standards of professional reporting. Stay with us as we examine the timeline of these major events. We begin in the Hollywood Hills, where public records and law enforcement statements have confirmed a significant security incident involving former National Hockey League player Sean Avery. On a recent Tuesday morning, local police responded to an emergency call at a property adjacent to Avery's residence. According to official reports, a dispute involving a neighbor culminated in a tactical standoff with law enforcement officers. Avery, who was away from the property, filming a cinematic project in Mexico at the time, kept track of the developing situation through remote security cameras and direct communications with law enforcement. The incident reportedly began when an individual opened fire on a vehicle belonging to contractors who were actively constructing a deck on Avery's property. Documented reports confirmed that at least one tire of the contractor's vehicle was destroyed by gunfire.
While architectural construction noise is a frequent source of friction in densely populated residential areas, the escalation to ballistic intervention prompted an immediate and robust response from local authorities. Following the initial containment of the property, the suspect was taken into custody by responding officers. Official booking records indicate that the neighbor was arrested on suspicion of making criminal threats. Adding a highly unusual layer to the investigation, Avery stated via public social media posts that the individual in question attempted to create a diversion by coordinating the arrival of 2 adult entertainment workers to Avery's residence during the crisis. While law enforcement has not independently verified the exact intent or contractual nature behind the arrival of these individuals at the scene, the tactical operations concluded without any physical injuries reported to the contractors, the residents, or the responding personnel. Analysts note that the digital evidence captured by Avery's home security network will likely play a central role as municipal prosecutors formalize the evidentiary dossier for the upcoming pretrial hearings. Meanwhile, in the realm of high-profile music and entertainment, documentation regarding the upcoming wedding of pop icon Taylor Swift and professional football player Travis Kelce has begun to emerge through verified media channels. The gathering, described by industry insiders as one of the most intensely anticipated private events of the decade, has drawn significant analytical attention regarding its composition and logistical execution. Of particular note is the verified inclusion of supermodel Karlie Kloss on the official guest list. Public records show that Swift and Kloss maintained a highly visible professional and personal association that appeared to fluctuate significantly around 2018. While mainstream media commentators previously speculated that the perceived distance between the two was rooted in geopolitical differences, given Kloss's familial alignment through her marriage to Joshua Kushner, official representatives never confirmed any formal hostility. The documented issuance of a wedding invitation indicates that any previous interpersonal variations have been definitively resolved.
Speculation regarding the geographic location of the event remains high among industry observers, with the consensus points leaning heavily toward a highly secure private estate within the state of New York. Legal consultants point out that for individuals of Swift and Kelce's public profile, non-disclosure agreements, advanced airspace restrictions, and private security protocols will be strictly enforced to preserve the privacy of the proceedings. Furthermore, discussions among entertainment commentators have surfaced regarding whether the invitation protocol will extend to any of Swift's high-profile former partners. While some media panelists suggest that the presence of an ex-partner would represent a mature approach to modern social dynamics, others point out that high-profile weddings typically prioritize minimizing external media distractions. To date, no public confirmation exists suggesting that any former acquaintances have been added to the formal seating arrangements. The theme of complex interpersonal dynamics extends to the television landscape, particularly within the reality broadcasting sector. The Bravo network recently concluded filming for the multi-part reunion of the 10th season of Summer House, an event that has generated measurable analytical data regarding viewership and domestic disclosures. Public statements from cast member Carl Radke, captured during a recent transition through Los Angeles International Airport, shed light on the intense administrative and emotional environment of the television production. Radke confirmed that the recording sessions involved significant friction, resulting in cast member Amanda Batula temporarily exiting the set to manage personal distress. However, the most significant revelation stemming from the broadcast involves the explicit acknowledgement of long-term marital challenges between Amanda Batula and Kyle Cook. During the recorded proceedings, it was stated on the record that the couple had experienced a prolonged period of physical intimacy deprivation, extending across multiple years of their marriage. From a relationship counseling and legal perspective, such admissions on national television introduce substantial variables into the public perception of a high-profile marriage. While public fans have expressed varied opinions on social platforms, ranging from harsh criticism to expressions of solidarity, Radke noted that the shared intensity of the production has unexpectedly fostered a more amicable communicative framework between himself and his former fiancée, Lindsay Hubbard. When questioned by reporters regarding a potential romantic reconciliation, Radke stated clearly that the professional and personal boundaries are firmly established, and the focus remains entirely on maintaining a stable friendship. In the country music sector, prominent artist Morgan Wallen recently utilized digital platforms to address an incident that occurred during a live performance involving an onstage equipment malfunction. Reports indicate that during a prior concert, Wallen displayed visible frustration regarding the operational status of an electronic piano, leading to an assertive physical interaction with the instrument. To clarify the situation and address narrative speculation, Wallen posted a targeted video on TikTok showcasing the musical equipment prepared for a subsequent performance. In the footage, Wallen interacted with the keys, stating to the camera that the instrument was fully functional, while noting with a degree of sarcasm that technical teams had offered similar assurances the previous evening. While some industry observers viewed the video as a lighthearted attempt to mitigate public scrutiny through humor, professional labor analysts suggest the post could also be interpreted as a public critique of his technical production crew. Managing employee relations within large-scale stadium tours is notoriously complex, and public statements that imply professional negligence or technical failure on the part of road crews can introduce friction into contractual agreements. Wallen's caption, which questions the depth of his public distress over the matter, indicates a desire to transition away from the narrative, even as industry insiders note the underlying operational pressures that drive such high-stress on-stage moments. Transitioning to civic affairs and public policy, the municipality of Los Angeles remains a focal point of intense political analysis following recent electoral data. Current Mayor Karen Bass is projected to enter a decisive runoff election as the city grapples with critical socioeconomic challenges, most notably the management of the regional unhoused population and emergency response frameworks. The political discourse has drawn commentary from various public figures, including media personality Spencer Pratt,
whose public platform has frequently engaged with municipal policies. While some media commentators have expressed fatigue regarding the cyclical nature of local political campaigns, political scientists emphasize that the upcoming electoral cycle represents a crucial juncture for the infrastructure of the city. Discussions regarding the efficiency of the current administration often highlight the complex variables involved in managing a major metropolitan area, where natural disasters, budgetary constraints, and state-level legislative mandates heavily influence local outcomes. Legal analysts point out that low voter turnout and public apathy remain significant hurdles for both the incumbent administration and challenging platforms seeking to implement alternative civic strategies in the upcoming November cycle.
If you valued this thorough, legally safe, and highly factual breakdown of the week's defining celebrity events, please ensure you give this video a thumbs up. We highly encourage you to subscribe to Celeb Viral Feed right now and activate the notification bell so you are immediately alerted whenever our editorial team publishes a new long-form investigative analysis. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your commitment to objective news consumption. And we look forward to presenting our next factual report here on Celeb Viral Feed. Stay secure, stay informed, and goodbye.